alongside best friend Mandy Jones. They'll be talking, laughing, shouting, and shaking their fists. Bonnie and Mandy. Make sure you're always watching, or you could miss it if they ever kiss. Those two wildflowers did what they had to do, and now they're free. And it's gonna be as wide as it can be, with no apology. 7:30 Wednesday night, they're on the air, Wildflowers. And you know you'll love the show on Facebook Live, Wildflowers. Bonnie Scalisi and Mandy Jones, Wildflowers.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're looking live at the Wildflowers. I'm Mandy Jones, and as always next to me is
Bonnie Scalisi. How are you, everyone?
How is everybody doing? It is the 10th of February. If you're ready for that intro.
I always forget what day of the week it is.
It's Wednesday, your favorite night of the week. But you're looking live at the Wildflowers. If you found us, please share the show. Share the show, share the show.
Please share the show.
This is the 24th episode of the Wildflowers. Bonnie, what'd you do this weekend?
Oh, this weekend, our friend Robin DeVito, who is a big, not only is she a good friend, but she's a big supporter of our show. She and Michael went to see Street Fighter. And Robert Soleil from Street Fighter is the one that wrote that wonderful song, not once, but twice for us when we were on another network. And then when we changed our name, he rewrote it again for us. So we thank him and we support Street Fighter, which is the best Rolling Stones tribute band on Long Island. And speaking of them, what are we doing together?
Yeah, we're going to go on the 20th, Bonnie and I, with our favorite couple, even though we love all you guys, Robin and George. Robin's on here. What a beautiful voice that guy has. That's what she's saying about Robert Soleil. Mom is saying, hey, Wildflowers, hey, Mom. Robin DeVito, Jen Lantini. Oh, Bonnie, what's our, well, you have our guest in the house tonight. Real quick, on Friday, coming up on the Calamity Jones Hour from 8 to 9, we're going to have Adam Snare.
Oh, Adam, awesome.
He's great, really funny comedian. He just started like a year ago, and when I first heard him, I was like, how long have you been doing comedy, dude? Because he's a natural, he's very funny. So I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. So I just want to say hi to everybody who's tuning in so far. Larry Arts, how are you? David Lange is saying good evening to us. Bill Hansen, love you, Bill Hansen.
Woodchuck Montrose.
Robin DeVito is saying, hey, you hot chicks. Thank you, Robin. Felix also has a wonderful show called Let's Eat Long Island. Look him up on Facebook, and he's calling us Chicklets, which I would have loved to name the show Chicklets, but it was already taken. And of course, Robin's saying what a beautiful voice Robert Soleil has. Yes, he does. Hey, Patty Marie, how are you? Hey, Mary Underhill, Mandy's mom. Everybody, please share the show. Hi, Jennifer Lantini. We're going to be, Jew Money, how are you? We have to have Jew Money back. He's hysterical.
We do. That is mine.
Jim Raya, he said, for a special treat, listeners, for Valentine's Day, you two should kiss. Well, of course, Jim never lets up. Hi, Peter Wolfhanger, how are you? Hi, Bruno. We love Bruno. And so anyway, we're going to have two guests tonight, one in person, one not in person. So did you want to say anything before I start introducing
No,
the guests?
I think we're good. I think we are good.
Okay, so this is the first time we're trying this, so this is going to be interesting. We hope it works out. We're going to have two guests, one on the phone and one in person. So the person who's calling on the phone tonight is John Santo, who those in the comedy world know exactly who he is. Those of you who don't, he's a great impressionist. He can do anybody you can think of, and you think you're listening to that person. My favorite was he used to do Trump for me, like on my birthday, and personalize it. He does Cuomo, he does De Niro, he does anybody you could think of. He's going to be calling in to the show, and we have never done that before, so we're going to see how that goes. starting in person tonight. We want to thank her for coming into well, this is not I guess a studio.
Yeah, we call it
house
a
studio.
My home.
I call her Wonder Woman. On her Facebook, she's known as the nursing home warrior, Miss Danielle Lieblein. Did I say it right? Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you look gorgeous. Yes. Nice. And Natalie Vargas is tuning in. Natalie was on our show last week. How are you? We we always usually have not serious shows. Not that this is going to be all serious. We always have fun.
Shows.
We always
Just
have
a
fun.
sandwich.
Yeah.
We always thought we were trying to have a pity party whenever we had somebody with an agenda.
Well, he called it an agenda. I say it's like help for people, helping people, empowering people with knowledge, getting people to look at things in a different way. So, oh, hey, Taz. Taz is tuning in. How are you? Woodchuck Montrose, how are you? Can somebody check my page and make sure it's on my page? Jim Ray is.
Never believe me.
I believe you, but Jim Ray is saying you did not say if she is single. Yes, I believe she.
No, she's got a ring on her left hand. I mean, she is not
okay.
single,
Well,
guys.
she's
Single.
she's not single. She'll discuss her role. I'm not going to say anything.
DM
I'll let her speak for herself.
Us.
If you want to win a date with this lovely lady over here.
Robin is saying you can't see me and you on the split screen. Wait, I see us on the split screen.
Now, how about now? Was
know.
it a minute ago when we just had?
I don't know.
When we just had Danielle on.
I think you have to get closer to me.
Am I going off camera? Too late story of my life. I don't know what you're talking
Jim,
about.
what are you talking about? By the way, I'm friends with your girlfriend now on Facebook. So anyway, Danielle works in a nursing home. Okay, and this show affects you no matter who you are. I happen to be a what they call a sandwich. Wait, let me finish.
You identify as a sandwich?
Well, today she's a sandwich.
I didn't know.
I didn't even start drinking yet. Come on. What I mean by that is I have children that I take care of, and I have parents that I take care of.
Okay.
So I'm in the middle. They call that the
okay.
sandwich generation. So whether it's the sandwich generation or you're younger, your parents are going to become older. If you're of my age or above, you're going to face this, possibly face this. So listen up, basically, is what I'm saying.
We're all going to die, guys. That's what we're getting at here.
Lou Pretz, how are you? Esther Forrester, how are you?
So,
Hi.
Danielle, did you always work in a nursing home, or did you start in a different part of the hospital?
No, so I started at 17 as a dietary aide in a nursing home and fell
17?
in love. Fell in love.
Wow.
I know, I'm only 23 now. And I fell in love with the elderly population, and I just never left.
And
So-
some people probably can't do that, right? Like some people, it's probably hard to knowing that most of them, they're
you mean
all gonna die.
They're all?
Every single one of them, they don't age out of they all age out of the program.
Some of them have to go to short-term rehab, and they get to go home, but
Okay.
I'm going to say most of them actually die. So I kind of look.
So it's
not funny.
It's amazing,
I'm
it's amazing
No,
what
but
you
have
do.
but you have to have you have to understand that it's life and death, because people that don't understand death can't even be around it. They can't even
Right.
be in a hospital.
I
Right,
just
so-
want to say hi to Michelle Astor, and Patty Marie is saying, Sarah, that's your niece?
That's my my cousin.
Sarah said she won't take care of me. Patty cracks me up.
That's her daughter.
All right, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's
So you were saying about the nursing home.
Oh,
How did you
so-
start to be able to deal with death?
Well, it just actually came natural, because the way I look at it is, it's not that everyone's going to die, right?
Everyone.
Every
But
tree,
people don't
every
think
flower, every animal, every person, we're all going to die. So if I can make the end of their life a little bit nicer, a little bit more peaceful, show them love, give them something that they want, then I've done my job. I can't prevent the death. I can only make the transition into the other world a little bit nicer and calmer and peaceful.
And the reason that I follow her posts, and I love her posts, and what she is saying is, with COVID, things have changed a lot in the nursing homes, and she is a firsthand eyewitness of what is happening because of COVID. And it's kind of a controversial subject because even whether you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, there's a split on what to do about the lockdowns, what to do about the masks, what to do about visitors, why are some places restricted, some places are not. So we're going to have a bird's eye view from Danielle of what goes on in a nursing home now that there's COVID and how it's different from how it was before COVID.
So prior to COVID, the residents had family members in. They're allowed in 24 hours a day. There's no set time of when a nursing home is allowed to, when we have visitations, it's always open. So families were there every single day. We had families that were feeding the residents, families that were taking them out for the day, sitting outside with them, bringing them food. It was more of a loving atmosphere. Mm-hmm. The grandchildren were there, the great-grandchildren were there, the husbands, the wives. It was really nice. And the family members would actually advocate for their family members' roommate as well. Like, oh, they become like family. Yes. Oh, Mrs. So-and-so needs to use the bathroom, or she needs to get up, or her blanket fell. But like they all advocated for each other. It was really nice. And now it is pretty much the most depressing place you could ever be in your whole entire life. Mm. There are no family members. There is no visitation. We have a New York State governor who does allow visitation. Certain nursing homes can do that. It's called sitting outside across from your loved one, 6 feet apart with a mask on, not touching them, which is really difficult because you ever speak to a 90-year-old with dementia and hard of hearing? Put a mask on and sit 6 feet apart and tell me how that goes for you.
Yeah, I realize how many of my friends can't hear because they're like, take your mask off. I can't hear you. I'm like,
yes,
no, you read lips.
I read lips. It's affected me. It's affected me as just a normal person. I can't even imagine an older person. Hi, John Piazza. Piazza
and they're
just
all nervous too, right? Their families are freaking them out.
Well, they're scared because number one, we're walking into their rooms with all this PPE on. So we have gowns on, face masks, goggles, shields. So they don't know. So they don't really even know what's going on. It's frightening for people who have dementia or who don't really know what's happening.
Yeah.
Even a little bit who are confused because now we're walking in their room. They don't know who we are. They can't really see our faces. They can't see our facial expressions.
They
can't
like
read our lips.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very, very scary. So we are seeing more depression, more use of psychotropic drugs. We're seeing more falls, more agitation, weight loss, pressure injuries because people aren't getting out of bed as much because we don't have activities. Activities are now limited to less than 10 people in a room 6 feet apart, and that means 8 residents, 1 staff member from recreation, and 1 CNA who watches. So if you have a unit of 40 people, only 8 people at a time can actually...
So they're spending a lot of time alone in their rooms.
They're spending all their time alone in their room.
Which is not good.
There's no communal dining. Everybody's eating alone in their room, which is a high risk for choking.
Yeah.
So forget the fact that they're not eating and we're not setting them up as well. We're not even watching them eat anymore. And people who have dysphagia, which is problem swallowing, they're on something called aspiration precautions. If someone's telling you that we're watching them, they're lying because there's no way you're watching every single patient.
There's not enough staff.
There's not enough staff to watch That's why when they're in the day room, the communal dining, we're able to watch them and see what's going on.
Company and
they ate more and they were thriving and they had socialization and they were talking. Now it's none of that. They literally sit in their room.
A couple of people have some things to say. Nancy Weems is saying hello. Marco Arolia is saying hi, ladies. Michelle Ass is saying Danielle is a true nursing home warrior, not an easy job. John Piaz is lightening things up and saying my wife wears a mask and stays 6 feet apart. Good one, John. Will Romero said, yes, I had to experience that with my ex-mother and his ex-mother, I guess in-law. She had dementia and her poor mom would freak out every time we had to visit her, which is very sad. Natalie Vargas is saying, I can't imagine. Lou Pratt is saying, my dad had a stroke at 55 and was in Long Island Veterans Home in Stony Brook for 25 years. We got to know a lot of residents over the years. There's so many that passed away since COVID. And Jennifer is saying, this makes me so sad because, people don't talk about this stuff. Jim Ray lightening things up again. 10 people is still enough for a good orgy.
Oh, boy.
Esther Forrest is saying, my grandma is a nursing home in Virginia, and by golly, she got COVID and recovered at 98. Nothing stops her from criticizing. Wait, I want to address what Esther Forrester just said. because I have a question about that. My ex mother-in-law is in a assisted living. They go through all those precautions. You know, the staff gets tested. They're all wearing masks. She got COVID at 93 and recovered. My best friend's mother is in an assisted living facility. She's 88. She got COVID with all of the things all the precautions that are being taken. My dad is 92. He lives at home with two aides that go back and forth. They're not wearing masks. He's never gotten COVID. I watched a film from, he's a Democrat, and his name is Robert F. Kennedy, and he was talking about how come people can't question the different, not that, he said, of course, if masks work, he wants to protect everybody and wear a mask, but why can't people ask questions? Why are people being silenced? He is a Democrat, and he's been silenced on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter when he tries to talk about the vaccine, when he tries to talk about masks. And he was talking about what is the difference between tuberculosis and COVID, because tuberculosis killed I'm not going to try to quote the exact numbers, but he said close to the amount of people that COVID has killed, and nobody locked down and nobody told people to wear masks and not visit their friends. And he's saying that the tuberculosis vaccine costs $3, and this COVID vaccine costs between $40 to who knows how much, and everybody's going to get it, and it's about money. So he's a Democrat, and I watched that, and I just want to know what your opinion is on that. And this is just our opinions. You have a right to agree or disagree. But what Robert F. Kennedy is saying, why can't we openly discuss it? Why can't we debate it? Why are people being censored and shut down when they want to talk about it?
So I don't really know about the tuberculosis or anything like that. I'm going to just tell you what I see every day in the nursing home,
Yes.
which is not all of us who work in a nursing home got the vaccine. It was offered to all of us, and not everyone said yes. And not all the residents said yes either. However,
so you have a choice at this point.
you have a choice.
Okay.
Yes, we weren't told we have to have it.
Are there any consequences
If we don't-
for the people that, you know, if a patient decides to not do it, is there anything like, oh well, you're not going to be in the fucking arts and crafts then? Like,
No, because there's no fucking arts and crafts anyway, because our wonderful governor isn't allowing these groups to happen anyway.
So there's no difference between the people who've been vaccinated and the people who've been not vaccinated.
No, everyone, staff and residents, still have to wear a mask, still have to wear PPE, still have to social distance. There's absolutely no difference. If you have the vaccine or you don't, you still can't get visitors. Okay. If your family member got the vaccine, it doesn't matter. You still can't visit.
Now, that's the thing, is that doesn't seem to make any sense.
It makes no sense. But let me tell you what's really a little bit crazy. Well, two things. Number one, we have vaccinated a lot of residents recently, and they are coming up positive now for COVID. Just recently had one die. So she had the vaccine, got COVID, and she's now dead.
And my dad's aide, this lady who takes care of him, wonderful woman, she knows somebody who's 70, who was perfectly healthy, got the vaccine, and died a day later. And none of this seems to be on the news.
No.
Or any mainstream media.
Right. So I don't understand why we're not talking about it more on the news about what's going on in the nursing home, as far as the residents are getting vaccinated and they're still coming up positive. And what does that actually mean? Some of them have symptoms, some of them don't. Now, what that means for us in the nursing home means that we have to put them in an isolated wing. We have to give them disposable plates, which is disposable trays. No, it's horrible because the food doesn't stay hot. No, you don't understand. The food is cold. Could you imagine eating scrambled eggs that are cold every morning?
Yeah,
because we can't keep the temperature hot, because it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. And then we have to retest the whole entire facility again. So no matter if you have 50 people in your facility or you have a big nursing home like in the Bronx that has 700 people, everyone has to get tested again.
How do they do the like? Are people in your? Were they trained? Are people coming in? Who's doing the testing?
In my facility, the assistant director of nursing and the director of nursing are doing the testing.
So people that were already in there.
Yes, but twice a week we have to get tested, the staff, and we have an outside company that comes in and tests us twice a week.
Do you do the nose swabs, or how do you get tested? I haven't been tested for COVID. COVID.
Never mind.
The no. I'll be tested on Friday, so if
You'll know.
so Monday I didn't have it. If I have it on Friday, I'll call you guys and
You could do some contact
we'll have
tracing over here.
We'll have a conversation about what just happened.
Absolutely. Deborah Say Grady said,
Oh, it's my grandma.
okay, and Mandy's grandma said, my dearest friend has been in a home since COVID, and all she wants is the staff or someone to take off their gloves so she can feel someone's touch on her skin. She's craving the endorphins. She's a big hugger. Absolutely, absolutely, because we as human beings, we need each other. We physically need each other. We need, and that's exactly what Danielle is saying, is that the emotional, I think you would agree with this, that when somebody especially is towards the end of their life, their will to live or their will to die really dictates what will happen.
100%.
And in these nursing homes, when you're taking away their families, when you're taking away their activities, when you're taking away the pleasure of just even eating a hot meal, they're going to lose the will to live. And nobody seems to care about that part. It's only about the COVID.
And the COVID's still there. And that's the part that's really just pissing me off, if I could be honest. And this is the part that really just drives me crazy, is that COVID is still in the nursing homes. It's not like it's gone. Okay. And the fact that I get to go out and sit here with you and go have dinner with, the person I'm in love with, and I get to do things. I'm going out. Why can't the family members come in? Well, I'm no different than they are.
Yeah.
In fact, they were probably vaccinated. I wasn't. So what? It doesn't make sense that our New York State governor, not to get political, is not allowing this to happen, because these people are literally dying of depression, sadness, heartbreak. They just want their families. I had this beautiful man, and when I say beautiful, I mean absolutely just a mush of a man who I would feed him every day, and all he would say to me is that he wanted his family. I want Donna. I want Donna. I want Donna. I want Donna. He ended up dying. But you know when Donna got to come into the nursing home? After he's dead, because we allow you to come into the nursing home without a COVID test to view the dead body.
Wow.
You can't see them when they're alive. If we know that they're dying, we may make an exception to let you in at the end of life, but we have to know that you're dying.
Yeah.
Like you're literally at the end. But if this gentleman, we didn't know he was going to pass, and you're allowed to come in right afterwards and see the body. So that was it just doesn't make sense. None of it is making any sense. And the residents are suffering terribly because of it. And again, I don't even want to talk about the food because I am a dietitian and I'm in food service, but the food sucks. I mean, I don't even know what else to say.
They pay so much freaking money to be there.
Well, they don't, because we pay their money. So Medicare pays up to
Are they all in Medicare? Or
if they're not
privately?
on Medicare, they're in Medicaid.
Okay, so.
And if you pay privately, and nursing homes would love that. It's different.
All right, because I know a lot about assisted
Right.
living. I'm not that knowledgeable about nursing homes. And the assisted living facilities are paid for by the people.
Right,
and
they're private
it's like
pay.
$8,000 a month. It's insane.
More than that.
More than that.
So if you wanted to be private in a nursing home, we would take you in a second, because we can get up to like maybe even like $15,000, $16,000 a month, depending on what nursing home you get admitted to. But very few and far between that we have that, because we have Medicare and Medicaid that usually picks up the bill.
Thank the Lord for that. Nancy Weems is saying, being a former sitter, I admire Danielle for all she does.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Natalie Vargas is saying, I don't see a problem with people visiting their elderly as long as precautions are taken. Exactly.
That's what we're saying.
It's
their temperature. We have rapid tests. We could find out in 20 minutes whether you have COVID or not, if the tests are accurate. And don't even let me get started on the whole accuracy of these tests right now. But if you're telling me that the test is accurate, why can't I test you 20 minutes? Wouldn't you wait in the lobby 20 minutes to go upstairs to see your loved one?
Of course.
I mean, we had wives and husbands that would come in and feed their loved ones and daughters every single day, every single meal, have not seen their loved one, or I shouldn't say that, they have on like FaceTime, which is not good for the elderly. Very confusing.
Yes.
Extremely confusing.
My dad, when I try to show him the phone, he acts like it's a foreign object.
Yes.
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
It's hard to explain unless you've been through it.
Yeah, they really just can't understand why the
'Cause
picture
people are
is
like, "Oh,
moving and people are talking. They're like, but where are they? I hear them, but I don't see them.
Exactly.
It's very hard.
So Michelle asked us saying, what about the patients with dementia that only know and remember their loved ones? It's just horrible. Changes have to happen. Hopefully Danielle can make a difference. Well, if all of you share this show, can everyone share the show? And everyone should start talking about it, Just the way you shouldn't shut up when you don't agree with something. You have to speak out. You can't let people try to shut you up. She's being very brave by sitting right here and saying what is going on in the nursing homes. And if you have somebody in a nursing home, I feel for you, because they're literally, who do you go to?
There's abuse. Let me just say that for a second. And I know that there's people in the nursing home world who are watching this right now who are probably really angry with me, but that's too bad. Call lights go on. You're supposed to answer them. Okay. People walk right by them now because there's no accountability. I see it. I am on the unit. I see it every day. We don't.
You
they're
mean
not
like when
as
their
attentive.
vitals are going? Like what
No,
do you mean?
No, like
I'll call
when they
that
want
like when they
something.
want something.
Okay, so
they-
it's just like
So they might be
They
in
might
a
have-
soaked thing and
Right.
sitting in their feces for
Right.
a while before somebody will come in and,
Right.
and attend to them.
Right. Or they might just want their glasses that fell off the bed. But whatever it is, when the call light goes on, we are trained, we are taught from day one of working in a nursing home. You see the light, you go in the room. It doesn't matter what you do there. If you're a housekeeper, if you're maintenance, if you're a dietitian, you see what they want. So 9 out of 10 times I can help them, right? Change my channel. I can't reach my remote, get me a glass of water. Sometimes I can't when they want to go to the bathroom or something like that. But do you think that those call lights are not ringing all the time now? And no one is.
Oh, yeah.
Unless the supervisor is on the floor, people do walk by them. Sorry, all my nursing home people who probably hate me right now. But
Patty Marie is saying thank you for your bravery. It's absolutely necessary. And we thank you for your bravery,
Thank you.
because, if people don't speak out about injustices, then they just keep going on. And it might not make a difference right after this show, but little by little you chip away and maybe something will get done. Everybody, please share the show and tell everybody that this is an important topic. It is 8 o'clock, just about 8 o'clock. So I have a funny story to talk about to lighten things up a little bit, something between me and Danielle. But we're going to just do our sponsors first, and then we'll get back to Danielle, and we're expecting a phone call from John Santo in a little bit. So David Gates said, Danielle has personally helped me with my family. I can't thank her enough for all she's done, and she is really amazing. Yes, she is, David.
I love David.
Okay, so you want to go first?
okay. Me.
I'll drink wine when you do that.
All right. So our first. Oh, by the way, we have to say that anything we say, any of our beliefs and opinions expressed on this show do not reflect the beliefs and opinions of the sponsors.
Correct.
So we have Ambiance Salon in Hewlett. They're a full-service hair, skin, and nail salon. They are in Mondays, a Racine salon. They offer free salon and spa services and wigs to anyone currently battling cancer. They're in Nassau County, guys. So if you know anybody currently battling cancer, please tell them to get down there on Monday. They do one Monday a month, which is free salon, free spa services, and free wigs. They have online booking available at theambiencesalon.com. Please give them a follow on Instagram and Facebook at The Ambience Salon, and they are The Ambience Salon, 1344 Broadway in Hewlett, New York, 516-295-4011.
And our other sponsor is Keys. Keys Love Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry, all nickel and tarnish free. Keys Cutlery, knives, swords, and self-defense equipment. Get your stuff now before it's all gone. Excellent quality for reasonable prices. You can shop online at keylovesjewelry.com or keyscutlery.com. Or you can go in person at Lala's Flea Market, 1075 Portion Road in Farmingville. And you can call Key in person at 631-379-1781. Thank you, Key Fitz, for being our, your mom's laughing at me. I don't know what I did. And Jim Ray is saying, best hair salon on the planet Earth. You must go. I have to do something about my hair, so I have to definitely go.
And quickly, I want to mention our friend Kristen Tinsley. She brought up partial sponsorships to the Wildflowers. So if you don't want to have monthly subscription or monthly sponsorship where we mention you every week, you could do a partial sponsorship where we just mention your event once or twice. She's got a YouTube channel that she wants you to subscribe to, The Divine Femedian Tarot, where she's doing tarot card readings.
She's a medium, so please give her a follow. I'll also put that in the comments so it's easy to find.
I love Kristen Tinsley.
We love her, and if you want to do a partial sponsorship with us, if you have an event or a page or something you're trying to promote, please give us a shout, and we'll get it out to our people.
So that is done. That is it with our sponsor. So we're going to lighten things up a little bit, Jim. All right. So Danielle and I have a pretty funny story that you could correct me if I'm telling it wrong, but I'm going through a divorce. It's been 2 years. I'm still trying to get divorced, but I was in a relationship where I was dumped, and so I went into the dating world and went on these dating apps, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had no idea. I'm a very trusting person. I met this guy. I'm not going to say his name. We went out on a date, okay, and I didn't know what I thought about him, so we went out on another date. Nothing happened. He gave me a kiss goodnight. I went out on a second date with him. Went out on a second date with him, and then we were at Fridays, and we had ordered dinner, and he starts looking in his pockets, and he's like,
Wait, I'm sorry. Fridays?
Yeah.
The man who supposedly had so much money.
So much money. He was
took
always
you to
bragging.
Fridays?
Yeah. You know, he lived
vomit.
in the Trump building. He was so rich and all this. So we're at Fridays on Long Island, and the bill comes, and he's looking in his wallet, and he can't find his credit card. So he's like, oh my God, I forgot my credit card. So I paid for the dinner, and I'm fine with that because I ate half the dinner, you know, so whatever. And then we went to a place on Long Beach after that and had drinks and more things. And because he didn't have his credit card, I paid for it. Then I went on another date with him, and he's like, oh, I'm locked out of my apartment. I don't have any place to sleep. I have an important meeting the next day, and I got to get some sleep. I want to book a hotel room, but I lost my credit card. So I drove over with my autistic son during the day, and I gave the credit card to the hotel, and it was on my credit card because he said, I'll pay you back tomorrow. I didn't go in the hotel with him. He slept there. I had nothing to do with the hotel. If I had enjoyed and partaked in the hotel, maybe it would be different. The hotel was just for him. The hotel was just for him to sleep in and take a shower.
Oh Sarah says I forgot about this guy.
And so I talked about it on Facebook, and Danielle was also Facebook friends with him. So she goes, Bonnie, I have your back. So she starts, oh, and I almost forgot. Then he's on Facebook, and he's already has a photo of himself with another woman, and they're at a beautiful restaurant. So Danielle starts going on his Facebook page and saying, wow, it's amazing how you can take all of these women out to such nice places for dinner. You must make a lot of money. And she just kept hitting him with jab after jab. To make a long story short, Danielle made him so uncomfortable that he gave me back my $150 for the fucking hotel room. So thank you. That's why I call her Wonder Woman.
It doesn't even make sense that he would take you out. I'm mad at you, actually.
Because I'm stupid. I'm too trusting.
Yes.
And I still do it. I still do it to this day. You know, people tell me, you know, oh, Jenelise Feldy is watching. Oh, thank you. She said I have a cute voice. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, I still am kind of naive. I'm getting better. My tendency is to trust people and then ask questions after they've broken the trust.
Well, we have that problem with that person that I introduced you to help you with your divorce.
Right. So we're not going to talk about that because I'm in the middle of a lawsuit.
So
with
I
that person.
screwed up. So I gave you one good thing and I screwed up the other.
No, but you tried to help me. So.
I did try to help you. I'm sorry.
But is our caller, who is a impersonator, is going to be calling in about 10 minutes. Cedric Hooks, I thought he was going to go off Facebook.
I know. Cedric
Cedric.
keeps saying he's going to give Facebook up, and then he's on
All right,
Facebook.
so Cedric says, I'm not rich, but I'll open the door for you and we'll pull the chair out for you.
There we go.
I will run your bath for you and give you a
Ooh,
massage.
whoa.
Make you breakfast. Who is that for? Mandy, me, or Danielle? It sounds good to all of us. Will Romero saying, that's a great story, the fact that you got your money back. Okay, let me tell you how I got my money back. He worked in a car dealership, and he had a very expensive car, and I think he lived in his car because that's the kind of people I was dating. And
Can we show we can't show his picture. We're not allowed.
no, I don't want to get
This is
sued.
a different incident now?
No, this is the same
okay.
incident.
Okay. So he lived in the Trump building and
I
his
just
car?
want to say that he was not attractive. Can I just say that?
I have a different sense
He
of
is
taste
not
about
attractive.
people. The people that I'm attracted to, people say are not attractive.
Oh, he was not attractive, Bonnie.
So at the time, I thought he was attractive, but then the way he treated me, Michelle asked us like Bonnie likes her cheese. That's true. That's a Will Romero joke. That's an inside joke. So Will Romero is saying he lived in the car. Fuck it, say his name. No, I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to.
I still want to say his name.
I know it. Will, I will messenger it to you
forgot
later.
it. I just asked. I actually forgot
I remember it because the guy fucked me over. Once people fuck me over and they lie to me or they swindle me or they cheat on me or they lie on me, I'll never forgive them and I'll never let them forget it. Patty Marie's going, Will. Jenna Lee said, LOL, thank God you have a nice boyfriend now. Yes, he's actually in Pennsylvania right now and he's on his way home. That's why he's not on the show. Dean Martin is attractive, Bonnie. Yes, Taz, I'm attracted to what most people call handsome, but I also loved Jerry Lewis when I was 8 when he was playing the Nutty Professor.
Oh, sugar.
So I have very weird taste. It is what it is. So Will Romero says he fucked you over. Throw him under the bus. No, I'm not going to get sued over this. And Michelle Ass is saying that's right. So is that call coming in so far?
He's got 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes, John.
3 minutes. So can you tell us about your love interest, or you don't want to talk about it? It's up to you. How did you meet? You don't have to say anything except how you met him.
She doesn't want to get into romance.
All right, she doesn't want to talk about it. All right,
What's your favorite part of the job? We've been a downer.
My favorite part of the job is getting to know the residents and absolutely falling in love with them.
Do you have do you feel like anyone's ever been like weird spirits or weird things lingering around people's desks, like people transitioning?
No, I do know when they're dying though, but it could also be because they're barely breathing that I know that they're dying.
You know they're dying.
But I will tell you,
gasping for air.
Because they're barely breathing. But I will tell you something really interesting that I've learned because I've been doing this for 33 years. I've been in nursing homes.
You look so young.
I've been in nursing homes for 33 years. I will tell you that I have never, ever heard someone cry out for their father. Everyone's like, Mom,
really?
Mama.
No,
oh my God.
Cared. It's Dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's not watching tonight so far. I don't see him
Everyone's
watching.
crying out for their
Daddy-o.
Yeah.
So Jim Reyes says, is or was her love interest a rich resident at the home? I doubt it,
okay,
Jim.
so my love
Not
interest.
everyone's about money, Jim.
Hey, Pasquale.
So my love
Pasquale.
interest happens to be just an amazing man that I met. Actually met him on Facebook.
Nice.
Ooh.
Do the Facebook dating app?
No, I didn't even
Romance
know they had
happens.
one.
I have one.
What do you mean?
It's like Marketplace.
It's
right?
like marketplace for
Just
people.
kidding,
Wait, what do
I
you
never
mean?
forgot.
Like I could just look up dating app Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh wait, here we go, Bonnie. This is our.
Oh, John Santo is calling. But let's
Hello?
pretend it's not John Santo.
Hello.
Turn up the volume.
Fantastic to be with you on this show.
Put it next to your
Who do we have? Who am I speaking
This is
to?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Can you hear him?
The governor.
Please tell us if you
How
can
are
hear
you?
him.
How are you? How's the maid doing?
Fantastic.
Is she? I saw your daughter's dating Chris Pratt now.
Yes, the daughters are dating all of these people, and it's fantastic.
I didn't think he would break up with that other girl. I lost faith in him. So tell me, how's the weather out there?
The weather here in California is fantastic. The sunshine is out. The beaches are fantastic. The water is fantastic. Way better than New York. I tell you that. Very cold over there.
Are you going to get vaccinated?
Oh, I already got it. I pulled up in my Hummer, and they come out to the car, and they put it in my arm. And I broke the first needle, because of my muscles. And then they put it in there, and it's fantastic.
Do you have anyone else with you tonight?
How about Governor Cuomo? What does he think about this whole nursing home thing?
There's so many people here in the house. It's unbelievable how many people. But everybody's 6 feet apart. I have a big house. So everybody's 6 feet apart. But they're all here.
Well, who else is What about Cuomo? Is he there?
No, Como's not here. This is California. There's only one governor here, me.
Oh shoot! What? You can't like fly in somebody like anybody from outside of California?
We can put Como on with Danielle. Danielle, kill him.
Danielle will kill him.
Let me put it to you that way. I don't want to get killed.
I get that. I get that. So, who else is there in the house with you? Any political people or any actors?
There's so many people here. Sylvester, talk to them over here. Hey, yo, how you doing? It's Sylvester Stallone. What's going on over there?
Oh, Sylvester Stallone. Yes, Rocky. What have you been up to lately? Are you still working out?
Yeah, well, I'm exercising with Arnold over here. We're making a new movie. You know, it's going to be called The Dependables. And, you know, because we always got to go to the bathroom. So, you know, we can't go on long missions no more. You know?
Well, you know what, Rocky, Jim Rea is asking, what is Donald Trump up to? Are you able to speak to Donald Trump?
First of all, I'm doing so many different things. We have so many things that we're working on. It's going to be fantastic. You're going to see things like you've never seen.
Awesome, Mr. Trump.
Like what?
And I'm going to get my Twitter back. We're going to sue.
And
we're going to sue.
and you're gonna get your own account if they won't. You're gonna have like create your own multimedia thing if they won't let you on.
We are building something. I can't get into specifics, but it's going to be like Trump TV. We're going to have our own network. It's going to be terrific.
Trump TV. Can the
Trump
Wildflowers
TV.
have a spot?
Absolutely. We'll have the Wildflowers. It's going to be fantastic. And, you know, I think we're going to have an orange logo. I mean, that's kind of
Orange logo, I love it. You know, Trump and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone, all these people who are listening are saying you're amazing. David Lange, Jim Rea, Michelle Asta, they're all saying classic, freaking awesome. You sound.
Somebody's saying you're a hack though in here.
Who's saying you're a hack?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And Bruno's saying gonna be huge. Yeah, Trump, I miss your tweets.
This is Tony Soprano. Who said I was a hack?
Oh, I love Tony Soprano. How are you doing, Tony?
Yeah, good. You know, we got some. Somebody ate all the gabagool. I went to have some gabagool before the show.
You know, I just started watching the Sopranos during the quarantine. I had not seen it originally, so now it's like new to me, and I love Tony Soprano. Talk about people liking people that don't look a certain way. Tony Soprano is hot. So what do you think about that, Mr. Soprano?
I like that a lot. It's not like I've ever been on the cover of GQ. Or maybe gabagool.
Now, do you have any questions for our guest, the nursing home warrior?
Yeah, I got a question. So I got my mother in a nursing home.
This is not gonna be good.
You got your mother in a nursing home?
Yeah, Green Grove. It was in season 1.
Oh, that's
Green
right.
Grove.
That's right. His mother was such a bitch.
Yeah, she tried to have me whacked.
I remember his own mother tried to have him killed, and she ordered it from the nursing home. Are you sure it was a nursing home? I think it was an assisted living. Tony,
My old frickin' mother.
I know.
Still in shock about that.
He's still upset about him. You've got to talk to your therapist about that.
Yeah, Dr. Malfi.
Jim Rea is asking for Bernie.
Oh, Bernie Sanders?
Hello?
No, Bernie Mac.
Say that again, Bernie.
Bernie Sanders. I have mittens for all 3 of you.
Oh, the mittens. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with the mittens.
The mittens.
What can I ask? Why do you think that everybody whether you're a Democrat or Republican, has memes of you with those mittens on everywhere? What is the explanation for that?
Because they're assholes. That joke got way too big.
Why were you wearing mittens? Why were you wearing mittens that were like twice the size of your hands? What?
It was cold.
It was cold.
All right, I think we got to get back to this lovely lady. Oh, you plugging yourself real quick? You plugging John Santo? Where can
John
I find
Santo,
John
the
Santo?
greatest impressionist. Everybody, please share the show. John Santo did all, let's see, in less than 10 minutes, he did Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Trump, Tony Soprano, did I miss anyone? And Bernie Sanders. And he's freaking amazing on all of them. So, John Santo, do you want to plug anything?
What's there to plug? I'm in freaking quarantine.
I know, you couldn't even get on Skype. Oh,
I
Esther,
don't have to Skype.
wait, before we push you off real quick, Esther's asking for a Hillary Clinton.
He doesn't do women.
You don't do women, John?
Now, shame on you. I could do Dustin Hoffman from Tootsie.
All right, I love it.
John Santo, thank you so much for calling in. You know I'm one of your number one fans. I love everything you do.
Let's just put a couple masks on you and have you come into the studio.
Yeah, we want you in person. We'll put 50 masks on you.
I would love to come in person. Tonight, it wasn't so much the quarantine. I had a prior commitment.
Oh, okay, so then we'll reschedule you.
Dipping?
We'll reschedule you for a time you can come in.
Said you double dipping on us?
Don't double dip the chip.
Thank you for your time, John.
Bye, John.
You're very welcome. Have a good show, y'all.
All right.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you.
I just don't want to talk to him too long because I don't know how you guys could hear that.
I'm not going to read that because we're not going to.
Oh my God.
Jim Raya, we don't talk about people. We're frozen. Why are we frozen? Oh, no. Jim Raya, we don't talk about other people on our show. That's not what we do. So I'm going to skip your comment.
All right. Well, you love being a nurse. What's the worst job you've ever had?
I'm a dietitian. So I definitely don't like to be a nurse.
You're not a nurse? You're the nursing home warrior? Not a nurse?
Nursing home.
Not a nurse.
No nurse.
Okay, what's the worst job you've ever had?
The worst job?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like
before that?
Like,
I did a
life.
newspaper round. I worked at Burger King.
You didn't have to get paid for it.
What's the worst job I ever had? Probably working at the Gap for like $1.49 an hour, and I only worked there for the discount. I mean, it might be the worst job. Folding all day was probably just one of the worst things I've ever done.
Yeah, I'm not good.
I'm not good at the folding, and I was a waitress for like a hot second, but I couldn't remember anything that people would tell me, and I'd go back and forget what they said. So that didn't work.
Would they not let you write it down where you were?
No, they would. I just thought I'd remember. Like, do I have to write down that they need ketchup? Like, it was just easy things that I would forget. But I will tell you, one of the best jobs I ever had was when I was in college. I worked as a hostess at Cafe Bocce. And
I know
will
exactly
tell you,
where that is.
Yeah, and that was just fun. That was just pure fun.
I
Meeting
ate there
people,
one
hanging
time.
out. It was just fun.
I ate there once with, before COVID, I belonged to I always say this word wrong, Alzheimer's group. Alzheimer's group. And we used to go to lunch after, and one of the places we went was that place before the quarantine. And I liked it.
Yeah, like it was just fun. It was a fun job.
Yeah. John Santos is on. He said, thank you for having me on. Oh, thank you for coming on our show, John, on the phone. Next time we want you live and in person, sitting in the chair like Danielle is, so we can grill you in person. And Michelle Santos saying, John Santo, just amazing. He is amazing.
He is amazing.
He's so talented.
And one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Yes.
Just a kind soul. Good heart.
Yes, thank you, John Santo. So Patty Marie's saying, I was a waitress first day, people were getting food poisoning. Patty Marie cracks me up. She's related to Mandy. So she's so funny. I love Patty. So please share the show if you haven't shared it. If you have any questions about nursing homes that you want Danielle to answer, this is your time. We're almost out of time. We only have a little bit of time left. Do you have any questions that she hasn't covered about nursing homes, or something you want to say about nursing homes that she could talk about? Because now they're starting to talk about their jobs. Robin DeVito saying, my best job was a hostess at Olive Garden in Florida. Everyone thought I was the general manager because all I did was walk around and sit with the clientele. Robin is a character. I love Robin. And then Natalie said, it's really torture when you really want to rip into the general manager because I'm sorry. Natalie Vargas said it's really torture when you really want to rip into people and you can't say shit. Yeah, because you're working there. You have to hold your tongue.
Yes.
That's why I can say whatever I want because I'm retired. So I was quiet for so long. I also worked at the same job for years and years and years where I couldn't say anything. That's why I think you're so brave because you're still working. I only started talking after I retired, and now nobody can shut me up.
I've gotten in a lot of trouble. I mean, I've had people sit me down and had conversations with me that I need to stop talking. I've been fired. I was fired from a job because I have a big mouth. I was asked to leave and never to return. I've been threatened. I've been arrested.
Because you say the truth.
Yes, and the truth. And let me just say, for anybody who does have a loved one in a nursing home or who might ever, being an advocate is the biggest thing, especially now because you can't be in the nursing home. You call every day. You speak to different shifts. You don't have to call every shift every day because that just gets annoying. But like one day you call in the day shift, the next time you call in the night shift. One family member only, please, because we only allowed to talk to like who's on the contact list. But ask the questions, not just how my mom is doing or how my dad is doing, because that's too general. You want to know, did my mom poop today? Did she get meds today? Did she eat lunch today? Did the doctor see her? You want to know specific questions, not just how is my mom, because that's she's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
she's great. Have a good day. Like it's never.
We have
enough.
a lot of questions for you now that I said that.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll take them one at a time.
Okay.
Nancy Weems wants to know, do you do diets for all the patients?
Yeah, a registered dietitian is in the nursing home because we have to see every resident. The truth of the matter is, though, nursing home and end of life is way different than somebody who is going to exercise or a youth or someone who's pregnant. It's more comfort care. So we do diets. There's very limited amount of special diets in a nursing home. Besides, let's say, gluten, there would be somebody who is a diabetic or a renal, which is kidney disease. We have there's not that many diets, but we do diet. Everyone has a diet, yes, and we see everybody.
Will Romero, who's a good friend of mine, he said, ask you if it feels like a form of censorship, the situation at a nursing home.
It is.
It is. That's why it's so brave that she's speaking out.
It is. Nobody wants to talk about what really the horror, and I will say the horrors that happen behind the walls of a nursing home when family does not show up.
Michelle Astor wants to know, do nursing homes now with the quarantine allow volunteers?
No.
So no more volunteers.
No.
David Lange is saying his ex is a nutritionist at nursing home up in SD. I'm not sure where that is. San Diego. And she works incredibly hard and very long hours. It's a really difficult job. I have great respect for Danielle and what she does. Thank you, Danielle. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Cedric Hooks says he loves both of us. Great women. God bless you. Cedric, I'm so glad you haven't left Facebook yet. We love you, Cedric. So we have about 5 minutes left. If you haven't shared the show, please press the share button now. This is a very important show. I know. I'm not good with initials, David. South Dakota. Yes, you are right. Your mom is right. South Dakota. I don't know. That's why I asked.
Fucking assholes. Danielle, what's on your bucket list?
Yes, what's on your bucket list?
I want to drive one of those really big buses that have the accordion in the middle.
What?
Through Manhattan.
It's so funny. My husband's always saying that. He's like, it's like driving a train. Like,
I want to drive that. I want to drive I want to plow snow in like one of those big plow things, like when you push the snow. Those are two that are really on my list.
Do you know how to drive a manual transmission?
No.
Okay.
I have no idea, but I want to make some turns in the big bus and I want to push some snow.
All right, we'll get you shifting gears.
Nice. My boyfriend's out in Pennsylvania right now, and he just bought a tractor, so he was very excited to use the tractor to shovel out the snow. And he sent me photos. And because he doesn't really understand how to use the tractor yet, he's taking out pieces of his property along with the snow. And it looks like a big giant mess. And he's going to watch the show later.
Oh, no.
Nancy Wu said, it's okay, Bonnie. I don't know what you mean, but thank you. You know, I'm just used to putting my foot in my mouth. I just say, I guess she means that I talk. And I just say what I feel. And I think a lot of people who have jobs and things that they can't speak out are grateful when somebody speaks out because you are doing it for people who cannot speak out for themselves. That's why I call you Wonder Woman.
The truth of the matter is that if somebody, an owner is not going to like what I'm saying, I don't want to work for them.
Yeah.
Because transparency is what we should all be about, right? Your loved ones are in my care. If I can't tell you what's really going on, then we don't deserve to take care of your loved one. And if an owner does not like that, they can go fuck themselves, basically, because I don't want to work for them. Okay?
Well, whoever has you in their care, even though it's a terrible situation in the quarantine, they're very lucky to have you.
Thanks.
So, and as one of your family members of the people spoke up and said that they love you and that they appreciate what you do.
Oh, thank you, Bonnie.
So Patty Marie said it's everybody has to speak now. You know what, Patty Marie, it's easy to say that, but it's hard to do when your job is on the line, or you're going to get thousands of people coming on your Facebook page harassing you. It's very hard to speak up, and the people who do. John Santo is saying, yes, Danielle is Wonder Woman. Yes. I
tell him I'm Sue Ellen Ewing.
Say that?
I'm Sue Ellen Ewing. John knows my real name is. I want to be on Dallas.
Oh, okay.
I want to be Sue Ellen Ewing.
So I haven't watched that in a long time, so I don't remember. But I did name my daughter Alexis after Alexis Carrington
from Dynasty.
Yes. Oh wait, that's a wrong show.
Dynasty.
Wrong show. Okay, I never watched Dallas. That's why I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so we have like 3 minutes. Are we going to say our sponsors and then give Danielle the last word?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I'll go first this time.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to thank Key Fits for being our sponsor. Keys Lake Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry, all nickel and tarnish free. Keys Cutlery, knives, swords, and self-defense equipment. He has the most cool stuff. Excellent quality for reasonable prices. You can shop online at keyslovesjewelry.com or keyscutlery.com. You can go in person at Lala's Flea Market, 1075 Portion Road in Farmingville, New York. Or you could call Key for any information, 631-379-1781. We love Key Fits. Mandy.
And the Ambient Salon in Hewlett. They're a full-service hair, skin, and nail salon. Go to follow them on Instagram and Facebook at The Ambient Salon. Or you can find online booking at theambientsalon.com. And we also have a partial sponsorship. Thank you to Kristen Tinsley, the
Thank you, Kristen.
Comedian Tarot, where she does tarot card readings. If you're interested in and YouTube, please subscribe to her on YouTube. And if you find her on Facebook, she will give you a personal reading if you're interested in that. I had never done that before, and I did that with her the other day. And
I want to do it with her.
yeah, it's very interesting. A couple of things came up that my dad was like, I got to meet this chick. And he's not like a believer. He's kind of a skeptic guy, and I was kind of skeptical. So it's definitely interesting. So if you guys are getting your feelers out there for Valentine's Day or whatever.
Yes, and next week is Mandy's birthday. It's actually the day after Valentine's Day, so we will be celebrating it a little bit late. But next week is going to be Mandy's birthday. And we have no idea what we're going to do for that show. We're a little unprepared. We have people booked after that, but we want to do something special for Mandy. So if you're interested, messenger me. And
we're going to make it like a Dan Romano show. We're just have like 40 people. It's Mandy's birthday.
Yeah, it's Mandy's birthday. We're not going to, it's going to be like a train in here.
We're going to run a train.
We don't really know. We don't really know what we're doing yet.
Let's not do that.
If you're interested and you are really close with Mandy, not if you don't know Mandy really well. If you're close with Mandy,
like 10 security questions.
Correct. Right. It's going to be Mandy's birthday show next week. And your grandma's saying happy birthday times 3. So Danielle, we're going to leave you with the last word, and we both want to thank you for coming in and telling the truth and speaking out.
Thanks.
We really appreciate it.
The only thing I'm going to say is what I just said before, is that you have to advocate for your loved one. You have to speak up. Do not be afraid that there are going to be repercussions against your loved ones, because there won't be. If anything, the more you speak up, the more eyes that are on your loved one. So, and know who you're speaking to. Don't say to the nurse's aide, there's something wrong. You go right to the top. And I know the owners are going to be mad if they're watching this. You go right to ownership, administration, and the director of nursing, because their license are on the wall, not the CNA who's taking care of your loved one. We need the CNAs. They're amazing. They're great. They're fantastic. But there's no accountability there. Go right to the top. And everything in an email. Oh, I can't stress this enough. You want a paper trail of what you spoke to and getting it back. Email the administrator again and again and again and again. and keep that and just keep going back and forth, and you will get the results because, I mean, they're there because they want to take care of your loved one. There's just a lot going on in a nursing home right now. So please be patient with us, but please advocate the hell out of it.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Danielle.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Press the share button before we go. Thank you all. Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you,
Everybody's
bye.
wishing you happy birthday already.
Happy birthday.
We will see you next week when it's Mandy's birthday. Bye, everybody.